is that wealthy women have a unlimited mindset. They never think about not having money. They never think about or talk about or engage in things that are limited. Greetings, beautiful ones. Fran here, back with another video. So before we get started, you know the drill. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking and subscribing. If you're new to the channel, what's up? Welcome. Make sure you stick around. I am the Miracle Manifester, and what we do around here is talk about all things spiritual to help you manifest and create your best and grandest life. All right, so a while ago, I know y'all gonna say, yeah, it was a while ago, Fran. I talked about doing a money series, and I kind of got wrapped up in everything and didn't double back and finish that series. So 2023, we're gonna finish the money series. This is gonna be the first installment in the money series. I think there's another video where we talk about credit and things like that. This video is going to be the 7 steps that a wealthy woman or a millionaire woman does every single day. You ready? Because it's going to be kind of fast. All right. When I first broke my 7-figure year, I was just like, oh my gosh, I worked really hard. I don't really want to work that hard, but I want the 7 figures. So I want to work smarter. So there were some things that I did to change the rhythm of how I worked and how I was attracting the money that I desired to attract. So let me tell you, 7 things. All right. Number 1, I got up early. So early for me was 6:30. I pushed that back to 5:30. Right? When I first started my businesses, I was getting up between 5:30 and 5:45 every single morning. When my businesses started running and doing really well, I kind of would sleep a little bit more, right? I like to get the rest in the morning, but the morning is the best time. Those extra hours of the day, adding those extra hours in the day, don't make you feel so stressed along the day, right? So if you get up at 8 now, just get up at 7. Just push it back an hour. And within that time, you'll notice that your day will run smoother because you're not just getting up, jumping into your day. Get up and do something productive with those first 2 hours. For me, it is getting clear, quiet, sitting in the silence, making the intentions for my days, getting my mind focused on how I want that day to go, sometimes even creating a script around the clients I have that day, the things I have to do that day to make sure that my day kind of flows, right? I don't do goals, I do intentions. So that's one thing that I do, and I do that when I get up in the morning after I do my spiritual practice. The second thing that I do is I work out. I do some kind of workout. I have a Peloton bike. I'll get on my bike. I go for a walk. I go do some yoga. I may do a Pilates class. I do something to get my blood pumping. Because when you get your body moving, right, then you are creating endorphins in your brain. Now, you can also do this if you choose not to exercise by just looking in the mirror and smiling. Did you know that smiling for 10 seconds raises the endorphins in your brain? But for me, I like to get a little physical, right? So I go to the gym or I go outside. I do something physical. The third thing I do is I come back and I check the emails that my team has sent me and said, you need to look at these. I check emails 1 time a day. I don't check emails all day. I don't have email notifications on my phone because once you get into that groove of all the time looking, I'm looking for, did somebody buy something? Did somebody do something? Your energy is not focused on your ultimate goal. And your ultimate goal is to be creating and attracting and manifesting from a place of, I already got it, I'm going to take care of my business, and this is done. So once a day, I check emails. If it is important, my team will say, you need to probably look at this, and then I'll look at that. But if you don't have a team, you can look at your emails more than one time a day if it's not a distraction. For me, it was a distraction because I have a lot of business going on and I could get caught up in responding to this, responding to that. Oh, let me do this, let me do that. When I need to focus on the task that I have at hand, which was my intention list. Another thing I do is I check my bank account. Yes, I check my bank account daily. Not to see how much has come in, not to see how much is going out, but to make sure that everything is in order. You cannot attract and manifest money if you are scared to deal with your money, right? If you are scared to look at your money because you don't think you have any, or you feel like you're going to be in a negative, or it gives you anxiety or whatever, you have to pray about that and start looking at your money. You need to see your bank account with overflowing amounts of money. Know that you can attract money when you want it, how you want it, wherever you want it from. Money is always flowing to you, so do not be scared of your money. Leads me into my next point. Check your credit. Wealthy women have good credit. When I say good credit, I'm not talking about a bunch of credit cards, because I don't have a bunch of credit cards, right? I have the credit cards I need to run my business and to take care of my life. I don't have a bunch of credit cards because your girl, me, I had a debt problem, right? Go watch the video. I'll link it. I had to get rid of that debt in order to be able to turn my life around so that I could collect, attract, have millions of dollars. I wasn't even taking care of the little money I had. So how am I going to ask to be blessed with, create more, have this big, not that the fact that you don't take care of your money is being held against you. Although I do think, from my point of view, it had a little effect on what I was attracting and what I was not attracting. So I make sure that I check my credit. I check my credit about once a month, but I have my credit card payments on an automator, right? So I don't miss a payment. I don't have to go in and make my payments. Every month, my credit cards are paid in full and they're on an automator. So when I'm checking my credit that once a month, I'm checking to make sure they got their payment, it's credited, and everything is straight. Another thing that I do that all wealthy women do is they give. They give in some kind of way. I am a tither. I believe in tithing 10 to 50% of my income. Yes, I said 50%. My first 10 to 20 goes back to where I'm spiritually fed. Then if I have 25 more or 10 more, I will give it to maybe the homeless shelter, to something that's passionate for me. Supporting single moms, I'm passionate about that. Education, passionate about that. Food, nobody should be hungry, very passionate about that. So I give there after I pay my tithes, right? Here's the thing that wealthy people know, especially wealthy women, that a lot of people don't operate in, and that is what you give circulates its way back, right? You can't hold on to a whole bunch of money and then expect to get a whole bunch more. It just doesn't work like that. That is not the law of the universe. You have to give. Look at the owner of Amazon's ex-wife. She's given away almost 50% of the money that she obtained when they separated, and she's still a billionaire. I can hear y'all saying, but she has so much. Doesn't matter how much you have. The universe will replace it. God is not going to let you operate in a way that he does not give it back to you. So, give away some money. Tithe. Give away some money. What you give away always comes back. Another thing that wealthy women do is that they read. Pick up a book. Read. If you don't want to read, I use Audible. I have Audible on my phone, and most of you have already seen my library. I have books. I read all the time, but when I'm not reading, I'm listening to a book. I'm not listening to foolishness, I'm listening to a book, and more than likely, I have that book in hard form, so when something hits me, I go find it in the book, I highlight it, write my notes, and I keep it moving. Educate your mind, right? You don't know what you don't know, but what you do know can help to change your life. Get a book, get a book. Read. I cannot stress it enough. Another thing that wealthy women do is get around other wealthy women, right? You don't see people with money hanging around people who don't have money. They may have some friends that are not as prosperous as they are, but the majority of wealthy people hang around wealthy people. Meaning, if you're not even at the stage of wealthy you want to be yet, go to a restaurant where wealthy people dine. Okay, you may not be able to buy everything they can buy, but just being in the energy of that wealth, right? Join a group of women business owners that are making money. Those groups are not exclusive. Well, some of them are, but most of them are not. Find a group where there are women who are willing to share their knowledge with you. Get a mentor. Somebody who is doing what you want to do, who has the business of the life that you want to have. Tell them, I want to learn from you. Listen, all somebody can tell you is no. If you don't ask, you'll never know. I've had a mentor since I was 21 years old. That was a long time ago. Wasn't yesterday ago. I still have a mentor, right? You always can learn from somebody something that will help you on your journey. Last but not least is that wealthy women have an unlimited mindset. They never think about not having money. They never think about or talk about or engage in things that are limited. Wealthy women don't sit up and talk about what they don't have. They don't talk about, oh, I don't have that, or I can't do that. And even if a wealthy woman is kind of faking it till she makes it, she won't say, oh, I don't have that. She'll say, you know what? I can't do that this time, but make sure you ask me next time because I'll do it. How do I know that? Because I've done that multiple times. I've been in a room full of women at a point where I couldn't do all the things that they were doing. They were like, oh, you should join us here, or you should join us there, or you should do this. Really? I never said I couldn't. I never said I didn't have it. I always said, make sure you ask me again, because I will do that. I just can't do it this time. What you know about that? I know. Okay. All right. Anyway, what wealthy women don't do is they don't think about what they cannot do. They always focus on what they can do because they have conditioned their mind to the fact that life is limitless and that there are no limits on their life. They deserve what they deserve. They're going to get what they deserve one way or the other, and they will not operate from a place of not having what they deserve. They've already proved it to themselves over and over and over again that this can be done, so the mind is conditioned. You may say, well, how do I get there if I haven't done that, or if I don't have any money? You start with your mindset. What are you thinking? What are you consuming? What are you reading? Who do you hang out with? Where do you hang out? What are you doing to change the course of your life? Change starts with you. It starts with you, and the only way that it's going to happen is if you change some things about yourself. The other thing that wealthy women do is that they take care of themselves. Mind, body, and spirit. So I talked about me exercising earlier, but wealthy women also will take care of not only their personal look. I'm not talking about your physical appearance, although most wealthy women are very put together. Very put together does not always mean expensive. I have the most expensive thing. I have the most this. I have the most that. That's not what I mean. but they're put together. They're tailored. You know that this is a person of statute, not just because of what they have on, but the way they carry themselves. Wealthy women carry themselves with esteem, high esteem. They look you in the eye. They let you know, I'm here. I'm in the room. Even if I got on my Lululemon or my Fabletics, I'm in the room, baby. Fran's in the room. They have confidence in themselves and in their ability to be who they need to be in this world. And if they are having issues, they are not too proud to go get help. Wealthy women go to therapy. Wealthy women have mentors. Wealthy women have people that they can reach out to when they are feeling that they need some assistance. They're not too proud to invest in themselves. They're not sitting up thinking, that class is $27. I'm not giving her my $27. She got enough money. They saying, I'm going to give her my $27 because there may be something that she can teach me that I already don't know. Right? They sit in the silence. They meditate. They take vacations. They take trips. They get out in nature. They get in the water. They ground themselves. Right? They do what they need to do so that they can be 100% on and on point. Wealthy women take care of themselves. They don't constantly give until they're depleted. They make sure that they are replenished because they know that they are worth that. Those are some habits that when you are, as you are building your wealth and becoming the woman of wealth that you should be, that you should implement into your daily experience. All right, guys, let me know what you think about this video. I'd love to hear from you. Get active in the chat. If you know any wealthy women that you would like to hear from, let me know. Maybe I'll interview them. Or maybe during this series, I'll just bring on some women of wealth and let you hear from them as well. All right, I will talk to you soon. Peace and blessings. Bye for now.